Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are out in Oakland to take on the A's. And we are coming off an off day, so let's get these guys in. Should be the apples out today. Excuse me. Although a little bit different lineup than usual because it's off day plus the DH lineup. You know what? I think I'm still going to keep filling 8. Okay, I think that's what we want. So let's get this game started. I didn't look at the A's side of the screen, so I'll probably learn it when you do. Unless you guys pause and look at those things, then you know more than I do right now. Here is the Oakland Coliseum. I guess it was the McAfee Coliseum when they made this game. Although, you know, in this version, the A's are still selling those seats way up at the very top. Alright, get a look at... I think it's fairly similar to what we've been seeing out of the A's the past couple of years. It's decided that that's our natural rival. So we play the A's twice every year. Alright, I believe that's Zach Duke out there on the mound. And we'll get started here with Kester leading off in just a moment. The A's are in the bottom half of the AL West. They spent some time in the basement, but they've actually been doing a decent bit of climbing as of late. So I feel a little bit bad. I think we might possibly be putting the brakes on that for the next week or so. As far as the upcoming schedule is concerned, we've got these games here in Oakland. We come back home to play the Reds for 4 games, and then we'll bring the A's back into our park to play for them for 3, and that will end interleague play for the year. In this game, Kester is starting off with the full count. He will take a walk. So here comes Sweeney to the plate. First pitch is up and in. And then just inside. Popped foul, 2-1. Behind on that slider. That'll make it a 2-2 count. Hit, that's going to go foul. Still a 2-2 count. Runner takes off, hit and run. It's a base hit up the middle. Kester will go on to third base, where he will make it comfortably. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Chief at the plate. He is DHing for this series. He'll look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. All pitches down in the zone. Chief apparently didn't like any of them. 1 away, runner still on the corners. Terry, lefty-lefty matchup, looks at strike 1. Say check over on first again. Another throw over. Sweeney very well could steal second. And in fact, he does take off. I think he would have been safe anyway, but whoever's catching for the A's, I'm not sure, did not make a good throw, so then they definitely weren't going to get him. So now 2 runners in the scoring position. Terry with a 1-2 count. That one bounces in, makes it 2-2. Called strike 3 on a little bit of an elevated fastball, so now Quinton's going to need a base hit to score some runs. He will bat right-handed and take a curveball in the dirt. This one is inside, right under his hands. Ooh, a called strike. Quinton didn't like that call, and neither did I. That curveball's outside. I haven't liked a lot of the strike calls actually already in this game. into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. 1 run already in, 2 runs in. The Squirrels with the early 2-0 lead. Still have a runner on first with Zach at the plate. He'll take a fastball for strike one. Oh, swings and misses at a changeup. He was well ahead of it. Hits this one high in the air. Duke takes a few steps in and makes the catch. Squirrels start off 2 hits, 2 runs. Kristen Norfia is going to lead off things for the A's. I do believe he is their DH. You'll see the defensive lineup that we've got out there today. Here is DeNorfia. Hawley on the mound today. Puts first pitch in there for a strike. Pop fly, Kester going back behind second and makes the catch. Here is Teruhito Iguchi at the plate. Starts off with strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Eric Chavez at the plate takes strike one. He is back with the A's after spending some years with the Cubs. He's got an 0-2 count. This is his second year back, if I remember right. Chavez will go down swinging, and that will end the first inning. Squirrels still ahead, 2-0. Miyake will lead things off in the second. First pitch to Miyake, bounces in. Someone catches the inside corner, 1-1. Just outside on that curveball, broke a little too far. Ground ball to Mike Sweeney, who will step on the bag. So here's Martinez. One away with nobody on, looks at strike one. Oh, I don't think that curveball is what anybody wanted. Martinez hits this one out into right field. That'll be a solid single. Here is Phil. Savage back down below 200. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swings and misses for strike three. Now back to the top of the order. 3 strikeouts for Duke. Kester drew a walk in his first at-bat. He will look at strike one. That pitch down by his feet. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Oh, that's a terrible call, but that's going to end the inning. Still 2-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom half of the inning, where Elegant Joe will lead things off. All right, first pitch in there to Elegant Joe for strike one. Looks like pretty good numbers out of Joe. Strike two. He's one I didn't know what kind of career he would have. I knew he was pretty good, but didn't know if he would be good enough to hold on to his starting job. And he's not only done that, but he's been a solid contributor here for the A's. He swings and misses to strike out in this at-bat, so we will go to Delman Young. There for a while, the Nationals had both Delman and Dimitri Young, so it got a little confusing. Young with an 0-2 count. He will swing and miss for strike three. 2 away, here's Torrey Hunter, who usually torments us, though I kind of feel like we did okay with him last year. He looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. As that one bounces in. Looks at strike three, and that'll end the second inning. Squirrels still up 2-0 as we move into the third, and they will have Sweeney coming to the plate. Sweeney got a base hit in his first at bat, and he will look at strike one here. It's down by his feet. He catches the lower part of the zone to make it 1-2. Into right field, that'll get over Sweeney's head, Mike Sweeney's head, I should specify, for another base hit. Here's Chief. He looked at 3 straight strikes in his first at-bat, very unlike him. He looks at strike one over the outside corner. This one in the dirt. He's still not swung the bat in this game. Still hasn't. Sweeney, another bad throw. So Sweeney again moves into scoring position. Man, they are giving him a lot down in the zone today. 2-2. Finally swings the bat, gets a ground ball to third. Sweeney retreats, and the throw does get there with plenty of time. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Terry at the plate, who also struck out. Duke does not get the call on that slider. He does on the fastball, though. 1-1. That curveball too far down and out. Right in the zone, and Terry just barely pulls it foul down the first base side. Then he looks at strike 3 on a high fastball. 2 away, here's Quinton. He did come up with the base hit to score the 2 runs in the first inning. Looks at strike 1 on a backdoor slider. Swings and misses over a fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3, Duke out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the third. Squirrels still leading 2-0. The A's will start off with, I'm not sure which Hall this is, catching for them. Toby Hall, apparently. I don't remember this guy. Batting over 300, though. He's got a 2-0 count to start. And that one's in there for strike 1. Popped foul. Martinez will make the grab. Here's Mike Sweeney, not having a great year. Only 4 home runs and hitting below 200. Another foul pop-up. Martinez with another grab. Here's Omar Vizquel, who is batting nearly 300. Looks at a ball inside. Pop-up behind second. Phil will go back and make the grab. 2-0 Squirrels as we go into the 4th inning. Zach will start things off for Indianapolis. Credited with a flyout, but I think it was just a pop-up back to the pitcher, if I remember right. If you can call that a fly ball. He's got a 2-0 count. He will look at ball 3. There's a called strike. Zach taking all the way. This one in the dirt for the second walk of the day for the Squirrels. Miyake ground out in his first at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here on the outside. Hits this one. Will it get into the outfield? It will. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out for Martinez, who already has a base hit today. That changeup catches the outside corner. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Fouled away. That'll keep him alive. Fouls it again over by the tarp. Called strike 3. 1 away. 2 runners still on. Here is Phil back at the plate, who struck out in his first at-bat. And he'll look at strike here. Many more strikeouts, and well, not many more, I guess. 4 more strikeouts so far. And Phil is not going to be one of them. He hits a bloop to Vizquel. So Zach Duke will stay at 7 strikeouts on the day as he starts the 3rd go-around for the Squirrels order. Kester has walked and struck out today. Hits this one foul. That'll give him an 0-2 count. 2 runners still on with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Duke again out of trouble. 2-0 Squirrels till we go to the bottom of the fourth, where Denorfia will come back up to the plate. Five strikeouts for Polly the first time up. Denorfia, not one of those. He popped out to Kester in shallow center. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. He swings at one in the dirt for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away to Teruhito Iguchi back at the plate, and he'll look at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Well, foul pop-up. Martinez behind the umpire makes the catch. Here's Chavez. He struck out in the first at-bat and swings and misses at the first pitch here. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will end the fourth inning. Still 2-0 Squirrels as we move into the fifth. Sweeney's going to lead things off for Indianapolis. I'm going to have to pause here for just a moment. Be very quick pause for you. Be right back with you. All right, let's get this going again. We've got Sweeney at the plate. We got nobody out because he's leading off. Sorry, resetting for myself just as much for you guys. I had a little bit longer break than you guys did. Sweeney with an 0-2 count. We are in the fifth inning. A swing and a miss for strike three. Well, two away. Here's Chief. He's 0 for 2 today. Did at least hit the ball in his last at-bat. See, he watches that up by his head. Swing and a miss to make it 1-1. So Chief, he's not looking like himself so far. Gets this one in the air. Will it fall in? No. No, well, Vizquel had to make a better play than I thought he would, but he did make it. 2 outs. Terry at the plate. He is struck out in both at-bats. See, swings and misses at a changeup. Another swing and a miss. Duke, he's pitching quickly, but he's starting to wipe his brow, if you watch closely. Though he strikes Terry out again, so the middle of our lineup not getting the job done, but the Squirrels still up 2-0 as Elegant Joe will lead things off in the fifth. Also wondering, the A's catchers made 2 bad throws, but the A's only charged 1 error. I'm wondering which one of those was charged as the error. Joe pops up right at second base, Phil's the one to make the catch. He and Kester were standing right together. Delman Young at the plate, struck out in his first at-bat. I don't think that pitch did what Paulie wanted it to do. That one's a strike. Swings and misses at the knuckleball. Looks at a fastball for strike three. 2 down. Here's Torrey Hunter. Struck out in his first at-bat. He'll look at strike one here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll end the fifth inning. Game moving along pretty good here today. Quinton leading things off in the sixth inning. Squirrels still holding that 2-0 lead from back in the first. Quinton 1 for 2 on the day. He does have both RBIs in this game. Duke up to 10 strikeouts on the day already. As Quinton will foul that pitch away to make it 0-2. This will not get through the middle. Great diving catch by Vizquel. So here's Zach. He's popped out and walked so far today. Been 2 walks in this game, and they both were by Duke. So Kester to lead off the game, and then Zach a little later. Zach puts this one in the air. Sweeney should have this just on the outfield grass, and That will be the second out of the inning. Miyake is 1 for 2 so far today. He will look at strike one here. Popped foul right over, I think that's Martinez's head there on deck. Oh, chases that one a bit outside, and that will be strike three. And that will bring us to the bottom of the 6th inning. Toby Hall, apparently, again, I don't remember him at all, but he's catching this game. He's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. He fouled out in his first at-bat. First pitch is in there for a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Does not chase that high fastball. Pops this one up. Kester will go back and make the grab. One away. Here's Sweeney, Mike Sweeney, who also fouled out in his first at-bat. He will swing under a fastball. Pops this one foul right over Martinez's head. It's an 0-2 count. Oh, just outside. Makes it 1-2. Knuckleball gets a bloop towards short. Kester makes that grab. 2 away. Here's Omar Vizquel. Popped out his first at-bat. Holly really, I'm sure, wanting that 10th strikeout. He's been stuck on 9. Vizquel, though, with the 2-0 count. There's a called strike. Well, this one's up and out. It's a 3-1 count. Called strike. Full count with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Called strike 3. That will end the inning and also give Pauly his 10th strikeout. Also gives him a reason to go into the 7th inning. Martinez is going to lead things off in the Squirrels half of the 7th. And Duke will not come out. Instead, it will, I think it's Kyle McClung? Seth oh, no, I know who Kyle McClung is. That's somebody I know in real life. Seth McClung on the mound. And Martinez is 1 for 2 on the day. That curveball is in there for strike 1. Duke did not pitch a bad game. They gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and that was it. Not even really been that many Squirrels base runners since then. Certainly no more runs. Martinez will strike out swinging. That'll bring Phil to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day, and he will look at strike 1 here. Popped up in foul ground. Chavez chasing it. Can't quite catch up to it. So, an 0-2 count then. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. Here's Kester. He's walked and then struck out twice. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for 0-2. Gets the ball in play, though Iguchi will take care of it, and that will bring us to the 7th inning stretch. 2-0 Squirrels. Denorfia will lead things off on the other side for the A's. Here's Chris Denorfia to start the 3rd go-around for the A's. Pauly starts him off with a ball down and out. You believe it hit the dirt. And then he swings over the top of a knuckleball. Misses outside again. That'll make it 2-1. Back up over the plate on that one. 2-2. Kind of fisted off towards first. Terry will pick it up and step on the bag. One down, Iguchi has struck out and fouled out so far. Hill way late on that one. Swing and a miss for strike one, and another swing and a miss for strike two. Oof. Now see, I think Duke was getting those calls. Pauly did not. Comes back with a high one, which Iguchi chases for strike three. 2 away. Here's Eric Chavez, who has struck out swinging in both at-bats so far today. And this one will stay inside. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And that pitch just outside. Chavez does not chase. Pops this one up. Pauly waiting for it just off the mound. Makes the catch. So we'll move to the 8th inning. 2-0 Squirrels. Sweeney's going to lead it off for Indianapolis. Sweeney 2 for 3. Did strike out in his last at-bat. Hits this one back towards the middle, but not very hard. McClung fields it himself and gets it to first. One down. Chief 0 for 3. Sure, this is killing him right now as he looks at strike one. Apparently not too overeager, though. Hits this one. Will it fall in? Pascal going back, but he won't catch up to that one. So that will be in for Chief's first hit of the day. Terry has struck out in all 3 at-bats, twice looking and then swinging last at-bat. Looks at strike one here. This one misses inside. Is a righty pitching now, so that might help. Though he looked at a very hittable pitch there for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Terry having a worse day than Chief at this point. Quinton flips around left-handed. He owns both RBIs in this game. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And watches that go in over his hands, or under his hands rather. Hits this one into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Chief is going for third. I don't know. He's in there. I was worried, but he made it there. So runners on the corners with 2 outs for Zach, who watches that pitch get pulled outside. And then down in the dirt. 2-0. And this is inside again. 3-0. Called strike. Zach taking all the way. It's a little borderline pitch anyhow. Then over the inside corner to make it full. Runner on first will be off. Doesn't matter. Swing and a miss for strike three. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Elegant Joe will come back to the plate for the A's. 2-0 for the Squirrels. You can see where the zeros are. Joe is struck out and flown out, or maybe more accurately popped out. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. 1 away. That is the 12th strikeout of the day so far for Pauly. Delman Young at the plate now. That curveball too low. Might have been inside as well. Fastball right down the middle, and Young just let it go. Hits this one in the air. Phil going back to the outfield grass. Makes the grab. 2 away. Here's Torrey Hunter. He struck out twice today. And he will look at strike one. Oh, he hit that one hard. Well, there goes that. His 9th home run of the year, a 442-foot shot, no doubt into left field, breaks up the perfect game, and also puts the A's on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game. I told you Torrey Hunter always gets us. So here's Hall at the plate. He's struck out twice, I think. See, swings and misses for strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Oh, chased one for strike three, and that will end the 8th inning. Well, the A's with both a hit and a run in that inning. All in one go. That brings us to the 9th. Miyake is going to come to the plate for the Squirrels. And it looks like McClung will keep throwing for the A's. Ground ball, that'll get through, down all the way to the wall. Miyake on his way to second. He will cruise in there for a double. Alright, so starting off with the runner in scoring position, see if the Squirrels can find some insurance runs here late in the game. McClung starting to wipe his brow. Martinez will look at strike one. Hits this one foul down the first base side. Foul again. Closer to first base this time, but still definitely foul. Oh, chase that curveball for strike three. One down, here's Phil. I do believe he is hitless today. Now I think harder about it, I'm pretty confident he is hitless today. Oh, wild pitch. That will move Miyake down to third. Phil with a 2-0 count. Looks like this will be it for McClung. One way or the other. It's now a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two away, the A's forced to go to their bullpen. Andrew Brown will take over on the mound to try to get this last out before the Squirrels can score that run on third. Kester, he's 0 for 3, did have a walk back in the first inning, then a couple strikeouts and a ground out. He's got a 1-1 count at the moment. And that will be a base hit out into left, and that will be the first Squirrels run of the game since the first inning. 3-1, Sweeney at the plate, 2 for 4, runner still on first. First pitch is called a strike, down in the zone. Swing down and maybe inside. Maybe more inside than down. Will this get over Iguchi's head? It will not. Leaping catch will end the top of the ninth inning. A's need 2 runs to stay alive. They're going to start off with Mike Sweeney at the plate. Although Pauly will not get the complete game today. Shibuya will go out here to try to get the save. Pretty sure he's sitting on 25 saves at the moment. All right, Sweeney 0 for 2. Of course, everybody is, other than Torrey Hunter. Little pop to third. Sweeney makes the catch, no problem. Vizquel popped out and struck out so far. Looks at strike one. That one I don't think ever got up into the strike zone. That fastball too far inside. It's 2-1. That'll be a base hit out into center field. Brings a tying run to the plate in the form of Chris Denorfia. Well, we're going to get a pinch something. Looks like pinch runner. Infante is a big speed upgrade from 4 to 11. Denorfia looks at strike one. Nope, that pitch wasn't terribly great, but Martinez kept it in front of him. That one wasn't real close either. 2-1. There's a strike, and Denorfia did swing at it, but came up empty. Swing and a miss, strike three. A's down to their final out. It's Iguchi, who is struck out twice and then fouled out. Not necessarily in that order, but it's what he's done today. Grounds to first. Terry will step on the bag, and that will be your ball game. Final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 3, Oakland Athletics 1. If you're only going to have one hit, it's a good idea to put it over the fence, but unfortunately for the A's, not enough for today. Yeah, should note that Torrey Hunter home run did end up in the second deck out there in left field. Quinton's going to be your player of the game. He did drive in 2 of the 3 RBIs today, or 2 of the 3 runs today. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. And we will be back here with the A's for Game 2 tomorrow. We'll see you then.